Higher education in the UK is going through some big changes at the moment. Obviously political uncertainty, there's some big cultural changes happening, there's also some big advantages with the technological advancements of the time. And even the modern student is changing, and I think as designers it's interesting how we can respond to those evolutionary changes to create a live, exciting campus for the future.
Two big trends that are going to be affecting the future of higher education as we design it, and the first being data-driven design. The availability of data around people flow, how people engage in their environments, how they shop, how they learn. How does that affect what we do? Well, we get to gather that data and respond to it with a whole series of strategic interventions. We might be able to enhance a public environment to offer a different function. The other big trend would be health and well-being. How can we ensure that students, learners, academics are all benefiting from a great quality environment? We're looking at biophilic design, we're looking at how we can engage people with an internal and external environment, creating middle distance views and great quality of light and air, and reduction in sort of noise distraction in our spaces, just to get the best value, again, out of all the environments that we create.
One of the biggest changes that we've seen recently in higher education is the use of technology. It's allowed us to really recreate an immersive teaching and learning experience. Our recent project at the Alison Gingell building for Coventry University really took that to the absolute limit. Here we've managed to use technology to keep group sizes to a realistically small number, to effectively reenact a hospital ward or an operating theatre or an ambulance. The result has been the students experience that real world teaching activity in a safe manner. And as a result is the students are coming out of the university fully armed and prepared for the real world, and employers are finding them incredibly employable because they've learnt it, they've done it in that real world scenario in the safe university building. Now they can reenact it in real life.
One of the most interesting things we're looking at and actually researching at the moment is how we can create a campus environment but in a vertical orientation. How can we actually make the flow of students and everything else work in a far denser place to make the most use of available land? Having worked out in Asia for 7 years and got to experience the pressure that's put on land take, especially in our urban centres, and a lot of the projects we're working on in the UK and internationally are urban projects. And I think the pressure on land is going to be such that we have to look at going up and also down. So it's something we're starting to push in the school sector as well as the higher education sector, and I think there's some interesting overlaps really across the subsectors of education design in this sphere.
One of the big phrases that's been happening in the last couple of years is the term sticky campus. One of the big drivers that we've seen specifically over recent projects with various different universities is the desire to keep students not only on campus but also potentially in the buildings themselves. So it's an opportunity to keep the collaboration going, keep the learning going outside of those diarised and timetabled lessons, whatever they may be doing. The benefits are huge. Obviously, commercially, keeping students on campus has a commercial benefit, but more importantly, it allows the students to interact with each other, but also bump into each other from other parts of the faculty.
The notion that a university can be an anchor tenant is quite an interesting thing that we're going to continue researching. I think with the changing needs of the retail sector, specifically how the retail sector has declined in its bricks and mortar presence on the town centre high street, I think the education sector can plug some of those gaps, can actually engage with the residential community, with the workplace community in ways that just currently isn't being unlocked as well as it could be. And that's something that we're going to hopefully push into some of the new work that we're starting to engage with on a project basis as well.